what's going on? So today I wanted to touch on a subject that a lot of people talk about vaguely but often really don't delve into, and that is the idea of letting go. Now, a lot of it's like, oh yeah, I had a bad relationship, or you just had a bad experience that left a sour taste in your mouth, and people are like, yeah, you just let it go and you move on. But really, it's a lot harder to do that than it sounds. It's really easy from an exterior view to say, oh yeah, just let it go, man, like, it shouldn't affect you. And oftentimes it shouldn't. But there's reasons that it does affect you, and you shouldn't feel bad that it does still. Like, there's nobody that's just like, oh yeah, let it go, it's fine. If you really are like that, then you didn't really care about the experience. You didn't really care about the outcome. And it's crucial that you're able to let go so that you can improve. Letting go is not disregarding an entire experience or anything. That's not the point of human memory. Human memory is designed so that you can improve and learn from your mistakes. That's the entire reason that humans ever have memory. That's the reason that our brains are formatted in the way that we can remember things, so that we know not to touch the hot stove, because we remember last time that happened, it hurt. Now, a lot of people use memory in a way that is detrimental to themselves, and they aren't using it to remember bad things to avoid. They're using it just to remember good things. And when people do this, it causes them to try to live in those memories. But we aren't designed to do that. Biologically, we're designed to learn from them and move on so that we can continue living. People who try to live in their memories oftentimes aren't happy, because whatever they're doing in their present isn't as good as the memory that they had of it. If it's a pleasant memory, oftentimes the important things, the bad things, they're cut out, because that's not what your brain was really thinking. When you have memories like that, really good memories, and you think about, oh, hey, remember that time we went out and we had a really nice party? Like, you're probably not remembering that you lost your keys, your phone got trampled, and you just didn't really have a perfect time like you are remembering. Because of that, it's crucial for you to not live in your memories, and you need to let go. You need to let go, because then you can make new moments, you can improve, and you can be happy in the present, right? When I'm making a video like this, I'm not thinking about, oh, I wonder how this video will do. My last videos didn't do too well. I don't know, what am I gonna do? Or my last videos did great. How am I gonna match that? What I'm thinking about is the present and the ideas that I'm presenting. If I do anything else, it's not gonna be a very good video, you know? If I start thinking about these other things that are distracting from the present moment, I'm never gonna capture that top level of mentality and everything else that I want with me right now. So that's why it's so vitally important to not live in the past, to be able to let go and live in the present. But what that doesn't tell you, is how to let go. And sometimes it is very hard letting go. Like I said, we're designed to have memories. We're designed to remember the bad things because they help us. You could take a few approaches to that. What you can do is you could find the bad thing, and you can isolate it. You can be, all right, so I had this. It was a bad experience. Like, maybe I had a bad relationship because there was no communication. My communication skills were bad. So once you identify that, you can start fixing your communication skills. It's as simple as that. Like, there's something that was wrong that can be fixed. Sometimes you won't know what it is right away, and sometimes it's very hard to see. But your brain is designed to go into that memory and to find what was wrong. It's designed to help you figure out how to improve yourself. It's not designed to just try to make yourself perfect. It's designed to fix problems. Biologically, it's designed to fix things that are dangerous to you. Danger to yourself means things that have caused your mind to be in discomfort. Whether that be physical discomfort, whether it be emotional discomfort, any of those things affect your mental well-being. And they then release chemicals in your brain that tell you this was not a pleasant experience. Your brain's so good at figuring out things that aren't pleasant and things that are, that's its job. That's how we're alive. That's how humans survive. And because of that, it's really hard to let go sometimes. So the best thing you can do is to embrace it. The best thing you can do is to embrace the idea that, hey, this was a pretty bad experience. What am I going to do to fix it? It's just that simple. You have to embrace the process that was naturally meant to happen. If you're able to do that, it's just gonna work. Like, that's what it's designed to do. But a lot of people suppress that natural ideology, that natural thought process, because they have to go into those negative, hard places, and they have to face the harder truths. If you're listening to this, I hope that you're past that point and you are ready to face some of the harder truths in your life. You're able to really figure out what's going to be best for you, objectively, subjectively, in every way, and you're able to move past it. It's very difficult sometimes when you're not looking at something in an objective light to figure out what to do. For example, things that aren't just numerical things, or things that could be fixed in one way, things that have multiple solutions. It's very difficult to find a solution to them because it's a blank slate. You could do anything. That's the whole of life. But in these problems, it's a blank slate. You don't know what to do. And oftentimes that's when you can ask somebody for help. You can look to others, and you can look around you, see what others are doing. Try things out, because sometimes they may work. But it's a lot better to try things out and have them not work than to never try anything at all and just to hold on to it. There's a really great metaphor for that. You can have a rock. That rock can represent whatever you want, whether it be, for example, stress, whether it be that memory. And if you just hold on to it and you never do anything to it, it's just gonna feel heavier and heavier. You can hold the rock for a minute and it'll be fine. If you hold it for an hour, your arm's gonna start to get tired. And if you just keep holding on to it, it's just gonna feel heavier and heavier. But if you pick it up and you take a look at it and you see, oh hey, this is a pretty cool rock, or how's it going? It's a pretty cool rock, or what's going on? You can see that. You can observe it. You can take what you want from it and you can put it back down. You can drop it. Dropping the rock allows you to move forward, to see the new things, to take what you want from the rock, take the best that you can from the rock, and to move on. And it's not going to weigh anything. Not doing it, being average, being on that flat line, is a detriment. You can't just keep going along even. You have to push yourself. You have to step out of your comfort zone if you really want success. Because success doesn't come from being even any level of success, whether it be mediocre. If you want to be mediocre, for some reason that's your goal, you can't just be even. You need to be going up. If you just stayed at the same level, being even, from the time you were born, you'd be an idiot. There's no other, it's a blunt way to say it, but there's no other way to really express that idea. You need to move up. It's the natural human progression to do so. And when you do that, you're letting go of things. You let go and you pick up new things. You pick up better things. You pick up worse things. But what you always do is you improve from them. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent. You're able to improve from these things. And when you do that, when you do improve from them, your life is simply better. Oftentimes, people have these ideas and they may think, oh, I had this experience, it was awful, I'm gonna learn from it, and I'm gonna figure out what to do. And to do that, they take a look at themselves and they take a look at the experience and they think they find a solution. But what they don't do is they don't act upon it. They just see, yep, that was an issue, I'll move on, it's fine, I'm fine. They block that experience out. They block it totally out. They box it out. Think, nope, never going to have a bad relationship, never gonna date again. It's fine, I'll just be single for the rest of my life. For some people that works, but for a vast majority of people, it doesn't. And in reality, it's not a very mindful or useful way to move on in life. What I really encourage you to do in that situation, when you feel uncomfortable, is to go back in with what you've learned and to try the situation again. Sometimes it's different. Maybe you've tried it 100 times, but if you've learned something new and different and acted upon it every single time, maybe you just need to try 101 times, and that's the time it's gonna work. You really can keep doing it and keep striving for greatness for as long as you want. However, if you keep doing it, you get the same result from the same efforts. That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over with an expected different result. I encourage you not to do that. I encourage you to try new things and learn new things. That's how you're going to be successful. Don't fall into a loop of insanity, but the most important thing of all is to let go and to learn new. If you can do that, there's nothing that can stop you. And I encourage you to do that.